My first time in front of a live audience for about 12 years, having worked remotely for a really, really long time. So I'm probably going to talk really quickly and panic. And so I need some good energy behind me, thank you. I'm here today to talk to you about the anatomy of a great learning award entry. All right. And a little bit about me. So I have been in the learning and development industry now for 24 years. Half of that career has been spent in corporate learning and development, so getting gritty with the learning needs of different organisations. And for the second half of my career, I've been working for learning solutions providers, so helping clients with nice big pockets and budgets do some really exciting work. That work has led me now to work on our marketing team, where I help support our content management and content thought leadership. So I write a lot of articles and blog posts, and a big part of the work that we do also is around awards. And so for the last 4 years, I have written probably close to 30 or 40 learning award submissions. And more recently, I've been judging learning awards. So have had that experience now from the other side to get to see what other people are doing with their awards and what makes a cracking award submission, which I'm going to share with you today. So we have 5 different elements that I'll go through with you. I want to be clear that I'm not going to teach you how to write an award submission, because each program is very different. The requirements and eligibility is different. There's different word counts. But what I'll show you today is how to screen your program. So what to look for before you consider entering a program for an award, so that you're in for a good chance. First thing that you're going to need is a really compelling and clear business need, right? So we don't create training just because. There should be a good business need that's driving that. And for awards, you really need to be able to articulate this as clearly as possible. So help us understand not only what it is you're creating, but why you're creating it. So what was the business driver? If you can, go up as far as you can, talk about the strategy, talk about the industry as a whole, tell us how it connects to the landscape that you're in, of the industry, and then bring that back down to the people it affects, right? So who are the people that are going to help drive this change, and then what they need. So the more compelling your business need, the clearer you can be, the better for an award submission. The best award submissions I've read, are the ones that have a really, really good business need to begin with. Next, you need a spectacular solution. So this is the time to really show off your best work. And you know, when it comes to spectacular, it doesn't have to be the most shiny, it doesn't have to be XR or VR, it doesn't have to be AI, it's just your best work, and your best work as it relates to that particular business need. So if it's a leadership training program, what about your leadership training program is better or more unique or special or innovative than somebody else's leadership training program? And it might be the audience that the program is for. It might be the way that you've structured the learning. It could be the technology that you're using, the spacing, whatever it happens to be. What is it about your solution that makes it really stand out and different and unique? The judges are all people like you and me in this room, right? We're all learning professionals, so we're looking for inspiration too. The next thing that makes a great submission is having a really robust framework for analysis and design and development. And I'm preaching to the choir here, I'm sure you're all already doing this really well, but can you explain it? Right, so can you talk about the decisions that you've made? Can you back out and look at the analysis that you've done and explain how that's influenced the design of your program? Why did you choose the modality that you chose? Right? Why is it sequenced this way? Why these particular set of learners? So anything that you can do that really helps shine a light and pinpoint the work that you've done and the decisions that you've made to come to your solution are really important. I'm getting such a dry mouth. I'm freaking out here, people, sorry. Next, you need to have a really well executed implementation strategy. So once you've got your beautiful baby ready to go, how do you know it's going to be set up for success? So this is two areas to look at here. First of all, you're going to test your program. So get your audience in front of it. Have you done your pilot programs? Thank you. Have you done a train the trainer? What are you doing to make sure that your audience is going to respond well to the program itself? And then secondly, how are you going to get it out into the world? What's your marketing strategy and your communication strategy? Have you thought about change management and all of the barriers that you might have to overcome, and have you thought that through? And if your program ticks all of those boxes, you know that it's going to be a pretty strong contender for awards. Finally, the big one, results. This is the one that, that usually stumps people, and I can share from my own experience writing learning award submissions when we haven't been successful or as successful as we've hoped to be. The judges' feedback is almost always, well, you know, the results weren't quite there. You weren't able to prove impact and show how this actually affected the business outcomes. So I can't stress this enough. For results, you need to have quantitative data that links back to your business need. So if you wanted to improve sales or productivity or compliance, whatever that initial driving need was, make sure you've got the results to back it up. Evaluative data is great, qualitative data is great. It's always good to get the learners' input and also leaders, anyone else that have been impacted by the solution, but there's nothing quite as good as hard data. All right. That's my anatomy of a great learning award. We need a compelling business case, a spectacular solution, a robust framework for design and development, a well-executed strategy, and fantastic results. Thank you.